Picture this. You're sitting down at home to watch a movie. You know that the movie is available on streaming, but not just any streaming service. It's on a very specific one in a very specific region, a region you aren't in. Tech-savvy consumer that you are, you know that you need to use either a VPN or Smart DNS to unblock it. But the problem is, which? Now, as far as hypotheticals go, that one was probably pretty easy to visualize, as there's a good chance it's the reason you're here. Well then, I won't waste any more of your time. Let's talk about Smart DNS, VPNs, their differences, their similarities, and which one is right for you. I'm Callum, you're watching Top 10 VPN. Let's get started. The difference between a VPN and Smart DNS is actually a lot more pronounced than websites trying to sell them to you might have you believe. To generalize, Smart DNS is really only useful for changing your virtual location. That's why it's so commonly used with streaming. Helping you access otherwise geo-restricted sites and services is basically its sole aim. VPNs, on the other hand, also help you do that. However, they don't stop there. They also fully encrypt your device traffic, spoof your IP address, and hide what you're doing from your ISP. You don't get that with Smart DNS. If that's all you needed to hear, then great. I'm happy to have helped, and I promise I won't be offended if you close this video and go back to whatever it was you were doing. Stick around though, and we can talk about the advantages and disadvantages in detail. When it comes to streaming, there's no real winner. Both solutions are potentially excellent. They work in similar ways to trick web servers into thinking that you aren't in the country that you're in. A VPN does this by rerouting your web traffic via an intermediary server in another location. This traffic heads from your device to that remote server, onto the website you want to access, back to the VPN server, finally returning to your device once more. The website is fooled and you're served the content that you're after. Smart DNS works slightly differently. When set up, your DNS requests are routed via a proxy server in another country. The website you're visiting sees that DNS server, sends the requested information back to it, and then it travels on to you. However, it'll only do that for the websites that you specify, otherwise your DNS requests work just like normal. That's why it's called Smart DNS. It's able to work because rather than changing your IP address like a VPN does, it only changes your DNS and forces the specified website to check that DNS first. The website is tricked and shows you what you want. If accessing blocked content is all that you want to do, then feel free to use either. However, if security and anonymity matter to you, then you should be very careful. It's vital to remember that Smart DNS does not encrypt your traffic. Like I just said, it doesn't even spoof your IP address. Smart DNS is not a privacy tool. VPNs are. And while VPNs aren't a perfect solution, they're one of the best, simplest, and most widely available solutions for ordinary internet users. Using a VPN will conceal your IP address, encrypt all traffic from your device, as well as spoofing your geolocation. That's where the internet perceives you to be in the real world. If you were to use Smart DNS while, let's say, torrenting, nothing would really change. Your IP address would still be visible to all the other torrenters on that tracker, and your ISP would know exactly what you're downloading. There is another benefit to Smart DNS though, and that's speed. Smart DNS, by virtue of not encrypting anything, should hardly impact your browsing speeds at all. It does still need to redirect your DNS requests, which should slow things down a touch, but nowhere near as much as a VPN, even a really fast one. This is especially relevant if you're weighing up which one to use for streaming. If the streaming service you want to watch is based halfway around the world from you, then sometimes VPNs can struggle with buffering or dips in quality. Smart DNS can minimize that. There is one last sizable advantage to Smart DNS though, where VPNs just can't compete, and that's compatibility. VPNs are, broadly speaking, apps, and they can only be installed onto devices that support apps. Your phone, your computer, things like that. Whereas things like your smart TV or your games console or even some streaming devices are fundamentally incapable of supporting VPNs. And if you want to unblock streaming sites, that's a pretty big inconvenience. DNS can be manually changed on all of those devices though, and it's a pretty simple process. You just enter the settings menu, look for the networking options, and enter the number given to you by your Smart DNS subscription. That means streaming in comfort on the big screen no matter what your setup is. The final thing that both options have in common is pricing. Or perhaps I should say they both cost money, because whether you want a good Smart DNS service or a good VPN provider, you'll have to pay. It won't be much, neither will be more than $5 per month maybe, but there are no shortcuts or alternatives to the level of reliability that offers. Sorry, people often get disappointed when I tell them that bit, but it's true. Almost all your reputable options run free trials and excellent refund policies though, so there's no risk in trying some out and seeing which works best for your needs. Well, that wasn't so scary, was it? Sorry that there's no clear winner, but look on the bright side. The best option is entirely in your hands. Now that you know the pros and the cons, the risks and the rewards, you go out and shop for either the best VPN or Smart DNS service for you. I have links to our full guide in the description below if you want more information, alongside a link to our roundup of the best VPNs for streaming. If you've learned anything, then as always, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.